All right, take three, take three, take three. I've done two takes of this so far, and I won't film the second one. I feel like the second one I was going on a tangent. But I want this to be a message about self love predominantly. I'm sorry if I trail off into other topics. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get into my relationship with God and how my self respect, my self love has grown as a person, as a man in the United States of America. And well, the first thing is I don't know why I repeated it. First thing is social media, definitely. Social media is a disease. I don't care what nobody say. It's a beautiful marketing tool. It's cool for capitalism, but in terms of personal use, I recommend staying far away from it as possible. You know, Comparison is the thief of joy, and that's a very true thing. I am 21 years old, and because of social media, back when I was using it heavily, I've been off social media for about a year. So I guess back when I was 20, you know, I would see other 20-year-olds doing big things, and all that stuff, and it will make me depressed rather than being happy for these people. I was envious. I was low self esteem. I just did not feel good, bro. I did not feel good about myself. And because you're always constantly consuming everybody else's life, you don't really have time to help yours. And it's sad, you know what I'm saying? From my experience, you know what I'm saying? I never really, time that I put into social media, I now use for my YouTube gaming channel, which I'll put in the description in case y'all want to support that. And the reason I'm posting on this channel because it's a gaming channel, so I don't even want to post any like personal philosophical talk on that channel. I'd rather just post it on here. And anyways, and even then, I want to do reactions and stuff on here, life advice, all that stuff. That's the kind of thing I want to do this personal channel. So whoever wants to join the ride, hey, come along. You know what I'm saying? Good out here. It's just something new to try. Yeah, social media, bro. Social media broke down my mental. It just broke me down. Like, and I know a lot of people like, well, why is it doing all that? Well, let me tell you some stuff because a lot of stuff that I don't know why I got something stuck in my eye. Hold up, bro. I'm not doing this. All right, so a lot of things that the reason I say is because there's a lot of things you might not notice that were like small things at the time, but like had huge impacts over time. So, for instance, the liking system. Yes, I know it sounds stupid, but yes, I'm on my Kanye West shit with this. Like the like button is, I don't. It's crazy, right? Because I'm sure the developers had pure intention, but just what people turned it into, like wild. And I was falling for the shit, man. I was getting obsessed with how many likes I got or what time should I post in a day to get the most likes. Like it was just it's a drug, bro. I don't care what nobody say it's a drug because it's mentally stimulating. But that's all it is, stimulating. It doesn't fulfill you, it doesn't do anything. And the biggest thing for me were the stories, bro. Like I didn't really post much. I was more of a stories person. Bro, I remember I was just obsessed so much on how many people watched it. I was like, man. I remember when I first got my first 100 like watchers. I was like, oh yeah, I have to. Every story I put out, bro, I gotta put this. And that was a very destructive mindset, bro. And if certain people didn't watch it, I would feel like shit for the rest of the day. Just, bro, really value your privacy, man. Really value your privacy. We live in a world where everybody wants to post their life, make their life seem so interesting to a point where we forgot the preciousness of privacy. Honestly, like being off social media for a long time at this point now, especially from people in my generation, it's a beautiful thing. I really get to experience a whole new world, and just being off my phone in general, like a lot. Like I really only be on my phone for like my YouTube work, texting, FaceTime, like social things, but not social media. You feel me? Like close friends, all that stuff. What a phone was originally used for, basically, yeah. So what I mean by this whole new world out there, because you're not putting that time into social media, I've been exercising consistently. I've been learning more about myself recently. And, we'll get into my relationship with God later on after I get off this topic. Social media, it really desensitized the world for you. And because of that, you don't really appreciate it as much as, at least in my experience. That's the last time I'm going to say that because I'm speaking my truth. You see, you're very desensitized to the world. You're not really seeing it and you kind of undervalue a ordinary life. Undervalue your life. Simple. You because you don't see yourself making millions of dollars and all this and that. You feel like something's wrong. You feel like you're not making progress. You feel like you feel like you ain't shit. And that was my experience. I feel like I'm on shit. I'm 21 doing a gaming YouTube channel, and I'll see somebody else at my age doing the same thing, making so much money. But the funny thing is, I never seen the process to get there. I never seen how much years they put in to get there. You know what I'm saying? All I saw was the results, and it automatically made me feel like shit instead of inspired. And that was my biggest red flag with social media. Comparison is the thief of joy. I promise you. And yeah, no. So that was a big reason why. And I'm not an envious person. Not at all. Like I'm a very supportive, generous, caring person, bro. So when I saw social media making me act, I'm not gonna say making me. When I saw myself reacting like that on social media, because I am a grown fucking man, I can be accountable for my actions. You know, when I saw myself reacting like this on social media, that was definitely a big sign to get the fuck out of there. And that's just what it was, bro. It's hard being. I'm in school. I live with my roommate. You know, I do a lot of this stuff on my own now. You know, I do have help from my family, which thank God for them. Without them, I would not be here. All that good stuff. But you know, I do a lot of it about on my own, and because of that, you can get down easily. Get down. It can be a horrible thing, but do not stay down, bro. Try to figure out what's making you upset. I know for people with the mental illnesses, it may not be that easy for you, but I'll get to y'all when I get to y'all later. And yeah, social media, bro. Yeah, no, I only use social media to text family members, keep in contact with people, stuff like that. But for the sole purpose of social media, I don't use it. You know, I might dive into the feed once in a while, but nah, I had to get to. It got to the point, bro, where I had to take it off my home. Like I have to go out my way to open Instagram. Instagram was the main culprit for me. Main culprit for me. But yeah, you know, it feels good being on social media, bro. You get to really value your life a lot more, and you get to value privacy, obviously. What I mean by is what I mean by the whole desensitizing thing is that, well, I noticed when I was off my phone in general a lot. Like for instance, I started it by not being on my phone while I'm eating out. That was the biggest thing. The y'all people really do not understand how intimate. And when I say intimate, bro, I'm not talking about physical. I'm talking about something beyond all planes of it really kills because you can have intimacy with your friends. You can have intimacy with casual people. No, it's just I'm not talking about sexual intimacy. I'm talking about a connection, a bond. You know, bonding. You feel me? The act of bonding. You feel me? That's intimacy to me. The act of bonding. So, for instance, like I said, what I mean by it kills the intimacy is that let's say I'm eating out with my friend. I remember it's a true story. I was eating out with my friends, a group of friends, and I remember we was all eating out, right? After everybody was done ordering food and all that shit, instead of people just, you know, being normal people just talking with each other, everybody was on their phones. And because I was on, you know, because I was on my, you know, philosophy, you know, my journey, it opened up a whole new world to me. You know, that like, dang, like y'all, we could all just be doing this at the crib. Like, everybody's really just on their phones at the table, bro. And like, I was just sitting there awkward because I'm just like, when are we gonna talk? You know what I'm saying? When are we gonna do something? That's when I realized that that's probably when I woke up to it, the horrors of social media and like just your phone in general, bro. It's really a slave thing, in my opinion. Like you're very I'm not gonna be on no like you're a slave to the system, that kind of stuff. But you know, you're definitely a slave to your phone, bro, and you need to be free as possible, bro. You need to be free absolutely as possible. And I feel like being on your phone all the time takes so much mental, takes energy away from you, bro. It sucks the life out of you. That's just what it is. That's what I learned through my experience, you know, and yeah, I really value like my privacy, man. I value the fact that people don't know what I'm all the time. Surprisingly, you know, I love attention. I do. You know what I'm saying? I do. You know, for y'all zodiac people, I'm a Leo, so it's that you know I love attention. Trust and believe I do, but that kind of attention, bro, it's not beneficial at all, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy, right? Because you would think people mess with you on social media, but they really don't, bro. And I learned that was another thing I learned, you know, that unless if I'm on social media, they're not gonna reach out to me. They're not gonna do anything. That's okay. Like I have no ill will towards it. Please understand that. I'm just solely speaking on stuff I've experienced. That's definitely what it was, you know what I'm saying? That yeah, social media was not it, bro. I was always comparing myself. I was always feeling shitty about myself. But now that I'm off, it's like, okay, I can really I not only that, I can be patient with my life too. I'm only 21, bro. Only 21. I have a I have a I have a pretty good gaming channel. You know what I'm saying? I have a good head on my shoulders. I'm very charismatic. I'm charming, and I'm very confident. And my relationship with God only improves everything else. And of course, I have my weaknesses. Like I told y'all, attention was definitely one of them. I'm not the best listener at times, and I definitely can have an ego at times. But you know, I mean, hey, the flaws make you who you are, and I can definitely say I embrace my flaws. And I do improve, and I have improved on them definitely. But not having that in people's face all the time, I don't know. You really get to realize how valuable your time and energy is, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, I'm not on dating apps or anything, bro. Like, because I'm very serious about my time, and my energy. That's kind of go to the next topic in a sense, but time and your energy, it's way more valuable than you think it is. At least in like I said, bro. Social media had me just thinking I had to just if social media had me thinking I wasn't outputting enough time and energy in. You feel me? And that's so backwards, bro. Like, you really think everybody deserves your energy? Just think about that. You really think everybody deserves your energy? Absolutely not. Everybody does not deserve your energy. Everybody does not deserve to know what you're doing. People do not deserve you. That's just what it is. So don't carry yourself like that. You know what I'm saying? That way when you do give your time or energy to something or someone, you feel the impact of that. And because you feel the impact of that, energy is contagious. So because you value that, people that you give that to or things that you give that to are going to value that as well. It's just the way it works. At least in my life, that's how it works. That people really get the value of time and energy, bro. Like I said, I'm very private. Very, very private. And I love it. I really do. I love not being in everybody's face. When people do see me, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a beautiful thing. And you truly get to work on yourself. And that's the number one thing you need to be doing. You need to always be improving yourself, bro. And by being on social media all the time and indulging in it, you're not doing that, bro. You're not. You're just looking at other people's improvements and making yourself feel worse. And that's just what it is, you know. Sure. But let me think on the next topic. Oh yeah, pornography. So okay, just like every other boy growing up, I was introduced to pornography at a young age. Started doing things with it, and yeah, I did that for years. So 21. So I was last year. So 20. Yeah, definitely last year. Um, and I'm about to explain the effects of that. So one thing first, obviously, I objectified women. I had respect for women, but I subconsciously objectified them. What I mean by that is, I couldn't talk to a woman without staring at her ass and titties first. That's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? And yes, everybody can pull it. Well, that's normal. Blah, blah. No, it's not fucking normal. It's okay to be attracted to those things 100%. I am a straight male, but bro, like, I know it might sound so obvious, bro, but it took me a very long time to come to this point that yes, women are human too. Like, if you take out all the gender specific things, we're the same race, bro. Like, women have dreams, they have goals, they have fears, they have dislikes, likes, you know what I'm saying, interests, hobbies, everything. They have a mindset, all that, and I feel like if people just focus on that as core, there wouldn't be so many shy dudes scared to talk to women. But of course, if all you see is, of course, but if of course all you're consuming that has to do with women is pornography, of course you're gonna be scared to talk to women. It's just what it is because that's all you see of women. I'm not lying. I'm dead serious. Like, and I don't mind being this vulnerable because, like I said, I'm past this. And I'm very proud of myself for being because now I get to see the true beauty of women. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And that's only been thanks to God. I'm gonna get to God later. I just want to get these two most controversial topics out the way. Point of this video is I want to explain my growth, my spiritual growth, and my mental growth as a person, even physical. Because like I said, I've been exercising consistently. I want to experience. I want to tell my experience of my growth, and whoever wants to take anything good out of it, cool, do that. Whoever wants to be inspired by it, cool, do that. It's mainly for me just to get it out on there because I feel like my opinion does matter that much. No, not feel like my opinion do matter that much. My thoughts do matter that much, 100%. So that's the reason this whole video is even being made. And I want to make people think different. That's all I want. I want people to see something from a new lens and try something out because it's easy to get comfortable and stay stagnant. And that's the worst thing you can do to yourself. You don't deserve to treat yourself like that. Okay? I'm gonna say it right now. Even for y'all who may not believe it, but yes, you don't deserve to treat yourself like that, so you shouldn't. But anyway, so yeah, pornography, bro. And that was just the mental aspect of it, the spiritual aspect of it. I'm always feeling guilty every time I do it. I always feel disgusting, like something's not right. And bro, you should really listen to that gut instinct, bro. It's not right because think about it. Watching porn and doing your business is no way as fulfilling as having sex. I know it sounds so dumb to say that, bro, but look, I'm just keeping look, we gotta get out the way. We gotta get out the way, bro. And it might sound obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people be in whole relationships doing the do and still be watching porn, bro. Yes, I was one of those people. And the biggest thing for me is I do feel like watching pornography is not right when you're in a committed relationship. Now I know this is subjective, it really depends on the relationship. Me, no, absolutely not. You should not be intimate with women on the internet while being intimate in your relationship. That's just even when you're single, you shouldn't. But I'm explaining why you shouldn't if you're single. Because people, for some reason, our society makes us believe that because we're single, we're just unbound. There should be no restraints, just going crazy. And let me tell y'all, that's definitely not how it works. Like I said, in a relationship, intimacy is obviously a big part of a relationship. And it doesn't just have to do with sexual. Now we're gonna speak on the sexual part of intimacy. And yeah, it's a huge part. And yes, while you may not have guys, I can only speak from a guy perspective because I am a guy. I've never been a girl. But apparently, the general consensus is that guys don't have attachments. We just look at something we like and boom, it's over. Where girls get emotionally attached. I don't look all that stuff. All right, whatever. Anyway, so cool. You could pull that on me like, well, it's not like I want to be in a relationship with the girls. I'm looking online and bro, you're just being a loser, bro. I'm not. I don't care. Bro. I want all the smoke today, bro. I want all the smoke. You're being a fucking loser, bro. You're not challenging yourself. You're being comfortable. You are being comfortable. Stop being comfortable. You're running away from something because it is hard. That's all it is. And of course, think about it. Of course, society is going to tell you to keep indulging in it. You know why? Because it makes money. It's a very, very, very profitable industry. So guess what? If I was them and that was a big revenue to my society, hell yeah, I'd be telling people to do that shit. I mean, not really, but if I was in their mindset, 100%. That's just the way it goes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. So onwards, yeah, I had to cut that out of my life, bro, because well, I am a believer of God. I am a believer of Christ, and well, I feel like the reason people should pick. I feel like the reason people should open their heart to Jesus and go to God is because it teaches you a lot of It teaches you a lot of ethics that really do help you out. It's sad because you got so many Christians who shove that shit down people's throats, and that's the reason you got non-believers. That's the reason you got people who don't believe in the shit. That's the reason you got people who are against the shit. Is because you got these passionate Christians who take it upon themselves to act like God and tell people who going to hell, who not, who's getting salvation, who's not. When in reality, like we're all the same. Just because I believe in God and I have a relationship with God, that doesn't make me higher than nobody else. I still ain't shit, and that's just what it is. I'm still a sinner. I still fuck up. I'm still human. I want people to understand that. In no way do I think I'm superior to anybody because of my belief in God. I feel like that's the biggest misconception with non-believers and believers that got some believers, bro, who just like spew a bunch of bullshit, and because of that, it makes people not want to be in there. Simple. I just want to give that context because that context is very important to me. But yeah, so obviously lust is a sin. You know what I'm saying? And I think even if you don't believe in God, you should definitely just look at the sins, bro, because they're just good for good morality, bro. Like, why would you want to indulge in your? What does that really do for you? Why would you want to be greedy? Why would you want to be jealous? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to be lazy? Why would you want to overindulge on things, gluttony, all that stuff? So, you know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm coming from. I feel like society we need to normalize having a moral compass. Christian or not. You need to live by a code, bro. You need to live by a code. Because I'm telling you, you're not gonna live by a code, you're not gonna have direction. It's just the way it goes. That's why people fuck with Batman so much. Because yes, he has all the justification to kill somebody. But bro doesn't do it because he believes in true justice, which is not killing. So, and that's what makes the character so compelling. That's what makes the character so human. You know what I'm saying? Is that yes, Batman did kill niggas. It'd be justified 100%. You know, niggas smoked his parents. It is what it is. But you know, the fact that he doesn't go down that path, it gives compelling. It's a compelling experience. Very human like. That's what I'm saying. You know, you have to have these restraints on you, bro. Because if you don't, you're gonna lack direction. I mean, just think about it. You know, think about there's a huge fire, right? You know, if you don't build something around that fire to put it in a certain direction, it's gonna spread everywhere. And eventually it just burn up everything, bro. And that's exactly what happens. Like you just burn up everything. You know, whether if it's bonds with people, yourself, anything, you burn up a lot of stuff. So direction is very important. It's essential for your personal development, all that stuff. You know, yeah, pornography had to drop that, had to. And I get it. It's very addicting. Like I said, I was doing that stuff for like 6 to 7 years. No, 6 years. Yeah. 14 to 20. Yeah. 6 years, definitely. You know, yeah, bro. It didn't do anything but bad for me. You know? Definitely set me back socially, mentally, spiritually, all that, you know. Most importantly, it didn't improve me at all. Yeah, you know. That definitely had to get out the way, bro. Yeah, I'm glad I can look back and be like, yeah, I'm never going back. Of course I still get temptations every now and then, but they I don't know, the better you get at fighting those temptations, the better you get at it. Simple, you know. And yeah, I could definitely say the temptations, I mean, they come up every now and then, but like they're definitely not as strong back when I was feeding it. You feel me? Because I mean, at the end of the day, as humans, we're sinners at heart. Of course, the temptation is always gonna be there, but it's up to you how you deal. And last but the most important thing of this whole video is my relationship with God, how that ties into self improvement and self love and pretty much anything beneficial in your life. I really recommend that you surrender yourself to God. Look, if there's one thing I need anybody to take when I die on this earth, please, please surrender yourself to God. Because if you don't, it's gonna be endless suffering. And look, I'm sure there's a lot of successful people out there who, oh, I never did that. I never did that. That's a beautiful thing, bro. That's a beautiful thing. That's cool. Like I'm really happy for you. Bro. I really am. But look, I'm gonna tell you the experience of doing it because, like I said, I'm not trying to come off as that Christian that's like, oh, you're gonna go to hell. And look, at the end of the day, it's not my place to tell you if you're gonna go to heaven or hell. That's God's place. So I'm gonna leave it to Him. Thank you very much. You know, that's why I don't discriminate against gay people, trans. Like I love everybody. You feel me? Like no, it's up to God how He deals with. But anyways, so recently I've been born again. You know what I'm saying? And it's changed a lot for me. Really able to my spirituality has really helped with my self development. Man, I really get the so first things first. When I was born again, God showed me I witnessed an intimacy with God that I've like the absolute best sex I've never experienced it, best deep conversations I never experienced, most mental stimulating things I never experienced an intimacy on this level. That's probably why I'm fine being celibate. You know what I'm saying? Probably not till marriage, but you know, I'm fine with. I do plan on getting married, but you know, I don't plan on having a whole phase either. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't plan on just having meaningless sex. I don't believe in that. Even before this grand awakening that I had, I just didn't. That's not me. I'm good. I'm straight on that. I'd rather just focus on myself, keep it moving, and have the right person. You know, if I'm interested in somebody, I'll let them know. 100%. Take it from there. But bro, I'm gonna just, you know, I need y'all to learn one thing, bro. Sex is over sexualized. Sex is very sexualized. And I know a lot of people are gonna that's gonna go over a lot of people's head. It's gonna be like a dead end. Like, huh? What do you mean? Sex is very over sexualized, bro. Because sex is so much more than just the physical. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was watching a Prince interview and he was just like he basically was just saying it's a spiritual union. And that's really what it is, bro. Why do you think when you have sex in a relationship, it takes a lot of this shit to another level? Cool. Some of y'all black sheeps who are like, well, that never happened to me. Yeah, cool. That's a beautiful thing, bro. You're so validated, bro. Get your 5 minutes, get your 5 seconds of spotlight. Let me just express something here. It's very sacred and it's very precious. And I get it. I can't really put it into words, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very, very, very sacred. You are meant to get married, and reproduce, be plentiful. And that's just what it was. And that's why I don't know. One thing that helped me stop from watching porn and masturbating was your nut has the power to give life, bro. That's a God given like ability. You know what I mean? Like that's a God given thing. So it's just like once I thought about it like that, it was really easy to like get away from all that stuff. It's really easy to get away from those kind of thoughts, very provocative thoughts. And it was easy to separate from anything that made me feel or anything that fed me provocative thoughts. And that's just what it was. That's why I don't do dating apps. That's why I don't do the internet shit, bro. I'll meet somebody organically because that's what self improvement does. It'll put the right people in your life. You know what I'm saying? And it will maintain the right people in your life as well. So through this, through this awakening, through this being born again, I was able to see myself through God's eyes, which is basically in short terms the best version of myself. Of course we all strive to be the best version of ourselves, but I never got to see, never got a vision what the best version of myself is. And now having it, it changed my whole life, man. It changed my whole life. I used to struggle waking up early, but now I find a drive to do it. I find a drive to exercise consistently. Every time I try to exercise consistently, I always gave up. Like this time it's just different. I actually learned how to fall in love with exercising. I learned how to fall in love with challenging myself. I learned how to fall in love improving myself. Most importantly, I learned how God loved me. And with that, that healed any traumas I had, that healed anything I was missing within myself, anything I needed fulfilled, anything I needed, what I'm saying, through God, through understanding how God loves me, it fulfilled it, my self esteem. Therefore, when I do get into another relationship in my life, I won't need to depend on my partner for those like simple things like, oh, I need you to make me feel cute. I need you to make me feel, because I already feel that within myself. I already feel that through God. And I'm telling y'all, it's a very liberating feeling. That's the most liberating thing you'll ever feel in your life. I don't care how many bodies you got. I don't care how many times you slept around. I don't care how many hoes you got. Bro, you're only doing that because something's missing. That's just what it is. You're doing that because something's missing. So if that wasn't missing, would you really be doing that? Exactly. So because of that, it's fulfilling them anything I ever had in my life. And I take it very seriously. So that's definitely been a huge thing about it. Yeah, hold up, y'all. It's getting a little dark. Let me turn on the light. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. All right, we're at 28 minutes. So I'm not trying sorry, coming a little too long, but okay. Yes, I recommend that yes, you surrender your heart to Jesus, surrender yourself to God, because you learn a lot of things about yourself that you never thought you would. Learn the value of learn the value of marriage. You learn the value of unification. I don't even know that's a word. Learn the value. So I'm just gonna say you learn the value of union. I don't know. Sometimes I kind of just connect words loosely. I don't know if that's probably a word, but oh, anyways, I'm getting off topic. Yes, you learn the value of a lot of things that society didn't really like teach. Like for instance, I was always a person. I grew up blessed, and I definitely was spoiled growing up, and because of that, it taught me to always want something. But this is probably the first time in my life where I look around like I'm good. Like I really get the value of life, bro. Life is so precious. Time is so precious. Time and your energy, bro. So precious, man. The reason I say that, like I said, back to the social media thing, when you spend that time with yourself, when you give that time you deserve to yourself, learn a lot about yourself. It's powerful. Very, very, very powerful. Because of that, you get what the meaning of life is. You understand how precious it. Yeah, so I'm gonna say meaning of life. More like you understand how precious life is, how much life is worth. Like that's why I take my time and my energy to be serious. That's the most expensive currency you have. It doesn't matter how much money you got. Doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. Your time and your energy is the most expensive currency ever because you will never, ever get your time back. No matter what you do, you will never, ever get your time back. I'm gonna say that multiple times because it. I don't know if it's easy to go over somebody's head, but I just want you to understand how serious that is to me. Time is very, 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 very critical and valuable. Yeah, I take that, through God, I learned that. And so that's the reason I don't want to hold around because I'm not trying to waste my time doing that. I'm not trying to, I'm trying, I can instead be putting that time towards my purpose, towards my goals. That's why I recommend everybody to take a long ass walk every morning, at least an hour walk, a 2 mile walk. Because while you're walking, no music, nothing, just nature, nature. Just spend time with nature and God. And I promise you, you'll be able to figure out a bunch of things about yourself. You'll be able to figure out what you want in life. You'll be able to figure out your purpose. You'll be able to figure out some sort of direction. Even if you don't got it figured out, that's the first step to figuring it out. You know, like my goals. My goals are obviously to graduate school, be stable enough financially for myself and for eventually a family and a wife. Um, what else? My YouTube. I want my YouTube to become a stable job, and I want to pay off all my credit card debt. Those are the goals as of right now. But my lifelong goal, I would say, I want to end. So I grew up in a single parent home. My mom and dad aren't married, but I have relationships with both of them, thank God. And I had both of them in my life. They just had a co-parent. But I learned the value of a family, bro, of an immediate family through that. And what I would like and what I would try in my power to do, I want to end all immediate family suffering for all of my descendants. So not just my kids, not just my kids' kids. I'm talking about their kids and beyond. All my descendants. I want to end because you can't stop your descendants from suffering external wise. But if I can stop them internally, if I can have a starting point, be able to really teach my kids the value of life, the value of time, all the stuff I learned through God, and have God teach them, I truly know I can stop the internal suffering. I can truly stop the trauma that comes with being a single parent child. You know, stuff that you don't learn when you don't have a parent in the house. You know what I'm saying? When one parent just has to do everything. You know what I'm saying? 100%, bro. So that's my long life goal to end all suffering from my descendants. Really just make sure I put a lasting impression. I used to be like this person who felt like I had to make this impact on the world, but honestly, I could care less about the world. It's really just about my descendants. That's all I really care about. Every decision I make, 70% of it is because of my descendants. Thinking, at least thinking about them. Yeah, I don't play when it comes to that. It's very serious to me. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna end it right there. That's just, yeah. My relationship with God, I have figured out my purpose. I have figured out my goals as of right now. And of course, I don't know everything I'm going. I don't. There's always going to be something in life that gets thrown your way, and boom, it'll just change up a lot. I'm not saying I will never change. I'm not saying I probably won't because it's just not in human nature to be consistent all the time. But with a lot of things, but I can definitely say my morals will always be consistent. My overall goal will always be consistent. My goals as of right now, they will be accomplished. I just patience, bro, patience. For y'all who are in y'all 20s, be patient, very patient. You know, I'm sure y'all seen it before, the expression that like, oh, I'm only 19 and I'm feeling like I'm 25. Exactly. You're 19, slow down. One, I had to tell myself to slow down. Having my own place and being able to maintain it and be in school and about to graduate this semester. I mean, dude, what more can I really ask out of myself? And maintaining my relationship with God and exercising and taking care of myself and saying and knowing that I truly love myself. I care for myself as if I was a whole nother person or if I was my own best friend. It's a beautiful experience. Yeah, with that one, man, we about to hit 35 minutes already, so I just want to end it right there. Yes, without my relationship with God, I have not been able to accomplish all of those things I talked about in this video. That's just what I want everybody to take out of it. That I know. I've been around those Christians, annoying ass Christians, like act like God. They're trying to tell you what God's gonna do with you, and it's fucked up. I don't agree with it at all. But please take some time out of your day. Take some time out of your heart. Take time out of your heart. take some energy out of yourself or take some part of yourself, look past that and really try to like look to it. Pray. I'm not saying read the Bible from front to finish, none of that. No, get to know God. Because if you get to know God, you get to know that. I love y'all. I'm glad to talk to y'all about this. Once again, my gaming channel will be in the description. Yeah, I don't know when I'll upload on here again, but hey, I just felt like it's something I had to talk about. Y'all in peace. So stay blessed out here.